We're style swapping Joy from inside out. It should be super fun. That's right, today we're going to be drawing a picture of Joy and then style swapping them to be in other fantasy worlds and character places. And to start with, we got our image of Joy here that we're working on. Working on this basic pose to start, just trying to get the foundation down before we start putting in details. Drawing Pixar characters in 2D is always a bit of a challenge. And I'm going to be honest that for a long time during the process of drawing this, I felt a bit lost. That it was close, but not quite. It was the Wish.com version, not the Pixar version. And so yeah, you can see me here struggling a bit to try to get my sketch down. I am pretty happy with what the end result ends up being, but it definitely, took some time to trust the process. You know that phrase, everybody says it, trust the process. Well, it's true. Anyways, my name is Patrick. I'm an artist. If we've never met before, hi. I like to have fun drawing dumb pictures here on the internet, and I'm glad you chose to join me today. If you enjoy this and things like it, make sure to subscribe because I like doing these videos. They're a lot of fun, and I hope you have fun too. We're getting in here with our line art. This little back tuft of hair at the top of the head was a real challenge. I didn't quite know how to do it, so eventually I think I just gave up and moved on because sometimes it's what you got to do to finish the thing you started. And so you can see me here trying to get the details of the body in. Just sort of laying out the legs and the arms, trying to get a good version of these lines that I wanted for this character. And with that, I think there's a little bit of nudging left to do, and it's time for us to start dropping in some colors. Now, here's another part of this process that was very difficult. Joy is a very specific kind of yellow that has some natural shape and tone and color to it that really is hard to convey in that 2D space. I had to pick a yellow and go with it, and so I ended up brightening up the blue and the yellow to come up with this slightly, almost Simpson-like yellow, but I think it really works for the character in the end. You can see me now trying to get in here with some shadows, and I think I realized quickly that too dark of a shadow would be too much for this character. They are a bright and full Joy character, and so they need less shadow and more highlight, which is the opposite of what I would typically do in a classic render of my work. And so yeah, we're just dropping in the rest of the shadow lines, and then we're going to switch to highlights, and we're going with a lot wider highlight line than we normally do, and I think that really does convey the style that they have in this particular movie. Inside Out really has that kind of vibe. And so yeah, we drop this in here, work on making the eyes very Pixar-y, and I think we're just about at the end of our Joy. Let's check out the final reveal of Joy. And with that, it was time to style swap, and the first thing that my chat suggested was doing Powerpuff Girls. And so you can see me here trying to get those perfectly round heads and perfectly round eyes using the tools that Procreate offers to make these shapes a little bit stronger. And we go in here with this basic head shape, and then we start improvising around the hair and all the things that make Joy Joy. So you can see me here just trying to figure out exactly how to get this eye to work. It takes a bit. Have you seen the new Inside Out? Inside Out 2. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard it's good. Not surprising, because Inside Out 1 is one of the best Pixar movies out there. They do such a good job of conveying emotions. It's no surprise that a company that's basically made its living on pulling on the heartstrings of people made a movie about emotions that would then be fantastic. And I really liked it. Back in the day, I used to work with children, and I found that the movie Inside Out really helped children understand how complex emotions are and to put words to the ideas of what their emotions are, what they feel, what they think, and how they relate. And so I think they're fantastic movies. I'm sure number 2 is excellent. I have yet to watch it. No spoilers in the comments, please. What's your favorite Pixar movie? I'd love to hear that, because I'm always looking for more ideas on what to draw next, and knowing people's favorites helps. My favorite is probably Coco, because I think it is just the most impactful. It speaks to me about lots of things in my own life that really matter to me, and so yeah, Coco, one of the best. You see here we're getting to our line art. I was trying to decide whether these hands should have a bend to them or just be straight, as with the legs, and I realized in the end that for the Powerpuff Girl style, once we start making the thick lines like we are here, these more loose, full shapes opposed to bent shapes was much better. And so it was time to drop colors, and so I literally just grabbed the colors from the previous image, but brighten them up a little bit, gave them a little bit more saturation so they're a little bit stronger, a little bit more cartoony. And then there was a moment somewhere in here where I was like, this is right? And I realized I was missing something very important. Absolutely important. Not just the words Powerpuff Girls, but I missed the white in the eyes. And actually, without the white in the eyes, it looked nothing like a Powerpuff Girl, really. But suddenly, by doing it here, they look infinitely more like a Powerpuff Girl. So remember, when you're drawing Powerpuff Girls, make sure to include the circles of white in their eyes. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. And we're just about done here. I thought it'd be really fun for this because Powerpuff Girls often have a glow around them in their primary color to give Joy a bit of a glow. I think Joy has a bit of a glow in the movie, but I thought giving a little extra would work really well for this. And I think with that, we've got the end of our Powerpuff Girl, Joy. And last but not least, my chat thought Futurama would be a fun one to see, and so I sort of decided to go with a bit of an Amy Wong vibe. If you know the show, Amy Wong, it's a very particular look. It's a little different than the classic Simpson look. It's very matte graining, but it's got like the wider set eyes, opposed to being right side by side. And of course, to get Joy's hair in here, we need to have that very flowing hair. I think in the end, when put onto a matte graining style, it looks very much like Lisa Simpson's hair when she is like an adult, like in her 20s, and they tend to show her with like sort of her star points have become, you know, bangs and other things. And so I think this really actually works for this character, and it really works for the style, surprisingly. I wasn't really sure when chat was like, let's do Futurama, and I was like, I don't know, is that going to work for these sort of, they're anthropomorphic emotions? Is that gonna happen? And in the end, I think this actually works out really, really well. You know, they always say that The Simpsons have done everything, and Futurama, you know, between the two primary shows of Matt Groening, I know he has a couple other ones, but the primary shows that have been around the longest, probably everything has been done. So probably they've done Joy from Inside Out in some, you know, parody half version on TV. That isn't really them, but like a nod to them. And so who knows? You could probably go look that up and see if there's one. If they haven't though, you know, here's good design to start with. Hit me up. No, I think this turns out really fun. And like I said, I really like that hair. It really does capture something of that Simpsons style while also being very true to Joy. And we're just trying to sketch in this body here. I decided to do the exact same pose I did in the first one, but for some reason I flipped it. And so it was a little bit of a challenge in my brain to remind myself, okay, we gotta do hands in this way, not that way. And you know how it is. Buh, hands. All right, we're grabbing colors. I grabbed basically from the brighter version because again, Futurama feels like a brighter style. And weirdly enough, because it has blue, because it has yellow, it looks very Simpson-y. It looks like a cool Marge. Green dress, yellow skin, blue hair, you know, we're basically there. So yeah, that's going to be it for our Joy here. Let's check out the final reveal of our fantastic and wonderful Joy in the Futurama style. And that's going to be it for our video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of video and similar ones to it, please make sure you subscribe. I'm a small creator. Your presence here is really appreciated. I'm so thankful that I get to do this for fun, and I hope that you get some fun out of it too. And the fact that people do watch and enjoy them really brightens my day. So thank you so much. We got more stuff coming down the pipeline, so make sure you're following. If you have suggestions, throw them in the chat. And of course, till next time, keep being awesome. Bye!